Hey all, I'm Insetic, and welcome to Ryder's Republic. With me is Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
And Matt Rocks 101.
Hey, I'm still Matt.
So Ryder's Republic was developed by Ubisoft and Etsy, and published, of course, by Ubisoft as basically the sequel, or the, really expanded reimagining of their game Steep, which focused on the Alps and was mainly winter sports, was pretty much all winter sports. Here, it's like all things air and land sports. You have skiing, snowboarding, but you have bike racing and bike tricking. You have wingsuit and rocket wing for the air. And as they've, added more since release, now you also have BMX and skateboarding
Holy
modules,
shit.
along with a whole bunch of funky toys, snowmobiles, jumbo tire bikes, stuff like that. Yeah, this has really been kind of a one of those massively multiplayer sort of sports games. That's what they call it. But
almost a metaverse, if you will.
Yeah.
Some sort of, I want to say, massively multiplayer online game? Would you say?
Of course, you're not taking down raid bosses and whatever, but hey, it's definitely a cool new kind of experience and direction for an extreme sports game.
Hey there, Ryder. Welcome to the Republic. First off, allow me to familiarize you with some control presets that'll help you shred in ease. You can choose between two modes, Racer and Trickster. Now, the Racer mode allows you to keep control of the camera and launch tricks with a bit more comfort. It's great for optimizing your line and ideal for race events. The Trickster mode provides a way more natural feel. You can stomp those insane tricks with maximum control, and it will come in super handy at those big trick-based events. You got it? Don't worry, you can switch things up anytime you want in the options menu. But for now, stick to the Racer mode. Hey, you gotta learn how to walk before you hit the quad cork 1980, am I right? Besides, there'll be plenty of time to focus on the Trickster mode later on. All right, get to it, Ryder.
I feel like I'd be very confused being given the option of two different control styles.
Yeah, they say but for now stick with the Racer and then give you both, but I see your point. Alright, so this is actually new to me. I played this game in, spring of 2022, and the intro was different.
Huh.
So they have definitely updated this intro since then. I mean, it was sort of the same kind of thing of, you got a bit of BMX racing action, and then a bit of snow tricking action, you'll see, but I remember it being quite different, so I was actually sort of surprised when playing and recording this.
That's nice. You got a real new experience. That's cool.
Both times, they throw you into some immediate riding.
Yeah.
Not versus competitors or whatever. You just have to make it, to the bottom of the line.
Yeah. I mean, that honestly, I kind of like this better than a big complicated tutorial, right? This is a good, familiarize yourself with the controls right now, and there you go.
Yeah, how does the game respond to what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is actually what my tutorial looked like, so it must have changed by the time I got it.
Oh shit!
Drop it.
And this is where you just die?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is the. You're probably wondering how I got here.
Okay.
But yeah, so the thing is that even with racer mode, you're able to do all of the tricks or all of the
Okay.
spins and flips, and jump and such. And hell, for some of the modules like skateboarding and whatever, it might be better to stick to like racer mode for that because like, you know, I kept wanting to compare it to like skate where you have to do a full flick from, you know, down to up on the right stick or up to down. Whereas here, if you just want to jump in trickster mode, it would be like only one of those. Like you'd flick down, but that would be it.
Huh.
Because like then what kind of spin and flip you do is sort of based on, you could imagine it kind of being pre-winding and then actually spinning or actually, you know, flipping. So if you wanted to do like a front flip, you would you know, hold back first and then push all the way up to front
Okay.
to get going.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Riders Republic is definitely, well, a game. There's more dialogue coming up. I'll continue.
What's up, champ? Name's Brett.
And I'm Suki. We wanted to welcome you to a new era of the Republic.
Not just new, ambitious.
Hugely ambitious. Okay, we'll keep this short because we can see you're busy. We've got a ton of inaugural events and killer competitions coming up.
And we want you for them because we think you can bring something really, truly awesome to our glorious kingdom of extreme sports.
So go do your thing.
Then come see us.
Sooner the better.
Be in touch. Happy trails.
Okay, so you think it's over, and then
Nope.
it's not.
No, there's more to go. I remember
It's-
this. I remember this very well.
That's weird. Yeah, they included a bike tricking thing as well.
I remember this because I kept wiping out in the skiing section, and then I definitely kept wiping out here. I could not wrap my head around the controls for some reason. I think because I'm just so used to, what's the name of that game? The other biking game? Not Downhill
Descenders?
Domination. Descenders, yeah. I keep trying to use Descenders control scheme, and it does not the same.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they don't really like. I think they'll tell you how to do one or two tricks, but yeah, like a knack or so, but they kind of leave it to you to figure out what the extent of the trick system is, which is that you have, you know, left trigger, right trigger, or both triggers, and each of those in combination with, you know, up, down, left, or right on the left stick do a trick.
Huh. Okay.
So most of these have 12 tricks overall, you know, but, you know.
Huh.
How do you like this little sampling of the revamped Republic? Tastes good, right? Plenty more where that came from, I promise. Swing by Ryder's Ridge so I can connect you and Suki. She'll walk you through all the tasty treats we've got to offer. Come find me. I'll be at my food truck, the Devil's Barbecue, dishing out chow to the line of salivating fiends. Order up. Gotta go, champ. Ryder's Ridge. Don't forget. Brett out.
salivating feet.
So these people are extreme sports anarchists?
Yes, they
I
founded
can get
their
down
own
with that. I can totally get down with that.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Skate Ranch.
Yeah, except instead of a ranch, it's a skate republic.
It's a Riders Republic, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're here at the Ridge now, which is basically the central hub. It's where you spawn in every time you start the game, and there will be little areas for you to go do everything. Of course, you know, you can do stuff in your menus or option settings, you know, but here there will be a lot of areas where you can go to if you want to just like teleport straight to a mass race or to some other kind of multiplayer, or check your sponsors, again, things that are in the options or you can do in the in-game world, but
Oh,
hey,
that's
you know,
nice.
it's a little flavor text as well.
That's cool, yeah.
now we get into, avatar type. The game starts you out with generic white male, and I'm gonna just do that really quick. I'm not gonna spend the time to really customize.
I thought it was weird how it makes you play some of the game first before asking you to make your character. Because you'd think that you'd think it would ask you to make a character first and then walk you through everything.
Mass Effect 2 also did that. Because
Dark Souls 2 also made you.
At the beginning of Mass Effect 2, your character's wearing like a helmet, and then
you can just take off all your clothes and
reconstru-
see you were a dude, and then
really?
magically you turned into a woman later if you chose to.
Wow.
Dark Souls 2,
different.
the tutorial or the opening section, you had to play it first before you could create a character. It was weird.
Hey, finally here. Come on, Suki's waiting for us. Gotta shut down for a bit. Those will tie you over till I get back. Come on. And that's when Gary and I opened up the food truck, the Devil's Barbecue, 10 years ago now.
Hey, you too?
What's up, Suk? So, you take the lead on this, or should I?
Age before beauty, old man.
No more free burgers. Okay, so we see what you can do out there, so keep all that up. Remember, it's not just about growing your reputation, there's so much more.
You need to go beyond the rich, out into the big wide world, because that is where you'll find
Glory.
and more big brand sponsorship deals than you can shake your snowboard at.
I got a little black book here chock full of digits that are yours for the taking if you put the work in. And there it goes.
But it's not that book. I've seen the real one.
You have? Mm-hmm. Huh. Look, the Republic, it's not just about sports, right? We're a community.
And we have big plans for all of this.
Huge plans. Whoa, that's a big lineup. I gotta get back to the food truck. Stick with Suki, listen to Suki, learn from Suki, but most importantly, have fun.
I think he likes you. All right, so let me walk you through how it works out here real quick so you can go have some fun. Okay, anytime you feel like trying a career, open your map and come talk to me. But, pro tip, exploring with friends always yields the best spots to ride and killer views to soak up. Swing by the ridge every week for new challenges guaranteed to keep riders and you on your toes. Want to go toe-to-toe with someone? Then you need to see this. And when you're ready to go big, mass races will blow your mind. This is just the tip of the iceberg. But don't sweat it. Brett and I are here to help, so just ask. Ready? Of course you are, champ.
Yeah, because
it's our license to end you.
We got there through some joke kind of thing.
It don't matter.
Yeah. So, welcome to the Republic. Now we're gonna open the map and I think look around, even though we don't have any of the map. So the map and really the areas that they picked for is another really cool thing about this game. They've basically taken a bunch of national parks or national landmarks, monuments, etc. across the United States and sort of mashed them together. So the Teton Mountains in Wyoming, then Sequoia, Yosemite, down to Zion, Bryce Canyon, the Canyonlands, in western United States, and sort of mashed them into this giant, 16 kilometer by 16 kilometer map.
Yeah.
God damn.
Starts out snowy and such in the north, like Mammoth City as well. And now it's just, once again, I bought the version with all of the extra inclusions, so it's going through all the stuff that's been created and unlocked over the years, like BMX, skateboarding, even though we're not going to be doing that. The purpose of this first video is we're first going to go to the bike race career, and so that's going to be the first few videos. That's what I did when I, first got this game, is I did bike race first and then snow tricks second, just like kind of it does in the intro. And I would say the first thing you should do is now whatever you want. I swear that back in the day when this first came out, you did not automatically get a rocket wing. Rocket wings make this experience and travel and so much easier. So hey, it looks like the game gives you a rocket wing now.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel kind of conflicted because it's like, I need to get through these careers in, not too many videos, so I'm sort of going to be jumping from event to event. But really, Riders Republic is about the free riding you do, the exploration you do, what you want to do.
To contrast what you're about to see, I did one race on a bike, and then I did one race in the snow, and then I never raced ever again in this entire fucking game.
Oh, so you haven't really played this game?
Not like that. No, I did not like the races, so I stopped doing them, and I have not been punished for it yet.
Well, there you go.
I mean, you saw the Tricks careers were completely separate.
Yeah, I wanted to go do those instead because I thought they
and
were
it's
more
never
fun.
going to be like, oh, you're in the middle of a Tricks career, here's a surprise race event,
Yep. I did some of the weird races that were the hoverboard races or whatever that were dotted around the map at the time I was playing. But other than that, I've never really touched the races again. So after we get through the first bike race and the first snow race, they're all gonna be new to me.
You've been granted access to.
Are those
the
little
bike
white
race trainer.
dots
That's right.
people playing?
Yeah.
those are all AI.
representation.
You'll actually see an orange dot if it's an actual person.
Really?
Oh, I see.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought they
Yeah.
were. I guess it made sense. They're representations of people.
Yeah, once again, the game does a lot in the back end to make it really feel like there's a lot of other people riding with you.
Yeah.
If you go
I really
free
like
ride
that.
anywhere, you'll see AI often, doing the same thing you're doing. Like literally, if you're biking around in the deep snow or whatever, some AI will just pop in also on a leisurely bike ride.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like a lot of that sort of stuff. And a lot of these races, if I remember correctly, are races against bots as other players, players recorded data, right?
Yeah, ghosts.
Yeah, like players' ghosts. You'll see
ghosts,
that.
that's what it is, yeah.
You'll see that where it's available. Sometimes it'll be versus just generic names as dev intended such, but yeah, pretty often you'll be riding versus other people's ghosts. You saw the difficulty system there where you start out on standard and you can move it up, several layers, but as you move it up, you'll get, people who, because if you win on higher difficulty levels, you get more XP.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But people, since they'll want to win, often bring better equipment. So if you'll see, across these videos, if I move something up to extreme or elite or so, with the bikes I have currently unlocked, I'm getting blown out of the water.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That means the players are incentivizing each other to come back and play the game more. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and you saw that along with there just being the regular, get to the bottom as fast as you can, there were also side objectives
Right.
that you
top
could go after
three
to
of
get
some
more
difficulty
stars.
Yeah.
And you use the stars to unlock stuff. Whatever.
Oh.
I did that.
Oh.
Yeah, because your starting bike has no absorption, so if you go for a trick, it's no bueno, champ.
Yeah,
I
that
did
looks
that
like it
exact
went up
thing.
your ass.
I gotta say really quick, I remember the original intro to this game when you first got to Ryder's Ridge and went and met up with Brett, and I actually preferred that. It was like this fake out where you thought Brett was this rider decked out in, a full sponsored suit with tons of cameras around him, and then that guy walks off, and behind him is Brett at the food truck. And I actually liked that more than how it was presented here, which is pretty much gets you into it as soon as possible. It didn't even ask you to walk around the ridge. I'm just saying that.
That's interesting. Oh, Insetic LP. I was wondering what
Hey, it's me. Got some
what you were
really
gonna
cool
have your
news.
second
Red
account
Bull
be
is looking
named.
for
Yeah,
touchdowns.
so
Really
this is one of those
We're playing
games,
some-
unfortunately, like a lot of modern
I already know
games,
the
where
details, but
it's
you're on
so
the short list,
online
which is
tied
awesome.
and such that, I bought this game the first time, again, just a few months after it came out, and then played through it, and da-da-da, and all of that has been saved to the cloud, and I don't think there was any way to reset my progress. At this point, almost not that I'd want to, considering I've put like over 100 hours in. So I had to make another Ubisoft account and re-buy the game.
Oh.
I really thought you were gonna name yourself Incetic SA or something. Incetic 47 SA. That would have been a throwback right there.
Right.
By the way, imagine if you had to walk between these events. Like you couldn't ride anything. You had to just like do that little jog to get there.
That sounds like one of those like challenge modes or whatever. I beat Riders Republic only walking through every event.
That sounds like a funny video, yeah.
And it might be possible considering you usually only need to complete these. You don't need to actually like come in first.
That's true.
Like to unlock the whole bike career, I think you can come in dead last every event. You'll just keep unlocking new ones.
So my question is, can you get off your bike during the event?
Yes.
Oh,
what? I didn't know that.
You see right bumper, walk / equip gear.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's
okay. Easy. Now that sounds like a fun challenge video for you.
Oh God.
That's how you should end each one of these little mini LP segments. You do now I'm gonna do the walking only version. I can't wait for you to do the rocket wings.
Oh, that one might genuinely be impossible.
Yeah, of course it will be.
I've never been a challenge run kind of guy.
Yeah.
But hey, if anyone hears this and is up to the challenge.
Yeah, I'd like to see what the world record is.
I imagine it'd just be like that guy that beat RuneScape by having to like pay 1,000 XP to unlock every tile. Like you would just be walking for like hours. You know what I mean?
some people do that to themselves.
I mean, that's called Death Stranding. Yeah. I do that to themselves.
Yeah, what if they made an entire game that was just about walking, huh? That'd be wild. Yeah. You just walk from one side of the world to the other, that'd be crazy. Who would do that? That'd be like a new genre of game, you know? Like a I don't know, like a Stranding type game, you know what I mean?
You really jumped straight to the word stranding?
Well, I don't know, like I don't think... stranded, you know what I mean? Without any bikes or anything.
It's not like you picked the word strand randomly.
Well, no, I was just thinking, you know, you'd be stranded without a bicycle or any...
Stranded without a bicycle?
Yeah, you know, so it'd be like
I don't own a bicycle. Game. I haven't owned a bike in like 10 years. Have I been stranded this whole time?
You live a strand-type life,
yes.
You know? You're one of the first of your kind.
Am I?
Strand-type life.
Sorry, so didn't most people not have bikes before... Well, I mean, nobody had a bike before the invention of the bicycle.
Right, we were a stranded society.
Yeah, we were stranded back then.
What does it mean to be stranded, I guess? Are we talking about DNA strands?
Yeah, because thinking about it, like, we discovered and explored all 7 continents before we invented the bicycle.
We weren't well, most people, like, some of them were born there. I guess that's true. We did discover
as
them.
in humanity.
Okay,
born too late to explore the seas. Born too early
where did
to
humanity
explore the
begin
universe.
again? In like
born
in Africa,
just in
and they
time
spread
to
out.
not be a stranded society.
Yeah. So I guess technically, yeah, they did explore the original humans after the dinosaurs died or whatever did.
No, I mean, what? When was the bike invented?
I don't know. 20 years ago?
Did you say 20 years ago?
At least 20 years ago is what I meant.
Sorry, you think it's possible that the bike was invented when I was 10 years old?
No, I said at least. It's a what's that word?
An irrefutable statement?
It's an irrefutable statement.
But like,
it's
you don't see George Washington going around on his bike, you know?
Alexa, when was the bicycle invented? He's not responding. 1885?
Wow, really?
We'd had wars by then.
That was a modern bicycle. Alexa, shut up. Alexa,
shut the fuck up.
God.
Shut up, Alexa.
Sorry.
I don't want to hear your
We are
shit no
so
more.
back. We are on levels of so back that you will not believe.
What do you mean so bad? What?
The goof of you asking Alexa for something and then telling her to shut up.
It's not a goof. I want her to shut up. I want her to shut her mouth.
Silence.
Sorry, I was
You're
about
gonna
to
laugh at me, but I only found out recently that Alexa was a thing before, like, the Google Alexa. Or not the Google Alexa, holy
what the
fuck.
shit?
I mean, Alexa was an Amazon thing already. Like, it was their web, what was it, their web browser rankings were called Alexa?
Really? I didn't
Something?
know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Huh.
interesting.
Time to separate the chumps from the champs. The Red Bull Holy Bike. You're in the big leagues now, and you're going toe-to-toe with the best of the best in the Republic. This race will test your mettle. Believe me when I say that, so be ready for that. This is your first major bike race competition, so get out there and give it all you got.
Here we go. Red Bull.
All right,
Yeah, I didn't do
so
this one.
For another year.
there are boss or, you know, big or boss races which are, like, sponsored by, you know, real companies. This is Red Bull Holy Bike. And they're just race events, but have a little extra flair, and, like, there are announcers during it, which are way more prevalent during the tricking events, since, you know, you'll do
Yeah.
a trick and they'll be like, stopped it with that huge quadruple cork.
Dropped his big
huge
fat
dick.
cock on the track.
You're both thinking the same joke.
Laid pipe. Call him the construction man because he's plugging holes and laying pipe.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
This is not your family's
You
incentive.
hit the ground
Yeah.
and a fucking earthquake happened.
I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say you hit the gritty.
You hit the gritty and a fucking earthquake happened.
You know what's weird though? I was just thinking, like, you're about to say this is not your dad's aesthetic, but like, if you think about it, we used to be a lot wild and crazier, right? So like,
Yeah.
so like your dad's aesthetic probably would be like that. Not your
Like
dad's aesthetic is more calm and chilled out,
Your dad's aesthetic would be like 20 times worse than that shit.
right?
I feel like you gotta
Yeah,
find
well,
the
you know
right
what?
video though.
In a way, you're right. This is not your dad's aesthetic.
This is
we
not
are a
your
lot
dad's-
more. We are a lot more mature than
We're a
we
lot
used
more
to be
mature
10
and
years ago.
restrained than we were. Yeah.
I mean, the first video I was on, like, I remember I probably said some stupid shit in that, like, 10 years ago. Wait,
Yeah.
was it 10 years ago?
well,
or
we,
11 years
yeah,
we
ago.
started 10 years ago. We did a video to celebrate. Hey, you survived that jump.
I think it was 11 years ago by now, the first video I was on.
Well, the first video
2013,
you were
yeah.
on would have been... Couldn't have
2013
been-
was the one of the first ones I was on. So
Really? God
Yeah.
damn. We're fucking
we're
ancient.
old.
Yeah.
We're all old. And you, out there in the audience, there from the beginning, who was always with us the whole time, you're
Yeah.
also fucking old.
Yeah. I wonder if
Okay.
anyone
Yeah.
has ever been conceived.
Shout outs and call outs.
I wonder if anybody's ever been conceived while one of your videos was on in the background. That makes you their father, too.
I'm gonna have you know that every time I've ever had sex, I've had an aesthetic Let's Play going in the background.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Here, let me,
Every
in
time,
case
dude.
somebody's doing
I'm
that
like,
right
hang
now.
on, babe,
Hold on.
I gotta put on the sexy talk, and then I
Yeah.
put on an aesthetic 47 video, and it gets man or woman, it gets them in the mood.
In the mood, yeah. I gotta hold on. Let me just say this for the people who are currently in that position. Keep going. You got this. Keep
I believe in
at
you.
that. Exactly. You're doing it. Good work. Keep
can
on
do
plugging
it.
away, kids. Not kids.
Kids.
Shit.
Adults.
Adults.
Attempting to make kids.
Kids.
Yes.
Well, you know, what's that shit my mom always said? My mom would be like, shout out my mom if you're listening. This is awkward, I know, but she did listen to some aesthetic videos. But I was gonna say, my mom is always like, oh, that 24-year-old kid or whatever. And I'd be
Yeah.
like, why are they a kid? And my mom's like, anyone who's under the age of 30 is a kid.
No, you know what it is? Here's what it is. She's following the normal age.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no, I was about to say,
That's-
that's because my mom is normal age and everyone else is a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
What do I mean? Like, my mom would be like, oh, that kid. And, like, the age of the kid would keep going up. And it'd be like a 30-year-old. And she'd be like, that poor kid. And
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, anyone who's a kid is just someone 20 years younger than you.
Yeah.
They're all kids to you. 30-year-olds are kids to you, I guess, because they were 30 years younger than you.
Yeah. That's what happens,
I
man.
love my mom so much. That shit always made me laugh.
It's true, though.
She would be calling older
She's
and
right.
older and older people kids.
You got season passes? Oh, shit.
Quick look over at the regular progression unlocks, and then yes, this season's unlock, which will obviously not apply if anyone watches this after a new season of the game.
Wow.
See 61 more days. You know, you're seeing what you're unlocking as you're going through. Ultimately, you're working towards getting 750 stars and getting the Riders Republic Invitational.
Oh.
That's kind of like the final event of these main careers.
Oh my god. Are you the giraffe from Toys
Yeah,
R
we're all
Us?
dressed in... Sometimes they give you, you know, wacky suits or whatever for these events.
Here, put these on. It'll make things more interesting. I imagine there's
Yeah.
some kind of evil mob boss or something involved in why you have to wear these suits. Seems dangerous. You shouldn't be wearing these suits.
Then again, maybe they have some good padding in them.
Good padding, bad visibility.
Yeah, I mean, you had to break your neck and get it all the way up there in that
Oh. Oh my god. Holy shit, so they rip your head off and then, like, dangle the top of your head? I mean,
Yeah.
that's horrific.
It's a horrific world we live in.
That's
I guess
kind
you
of...
gain a couple feet, you know, if anyone is a short king and wants to not be one.
You know what? If they really want Riders Republic to blow up, that's what they should do. They should make it like a mascot horror game. Put some random murdered person inside this suit, and it's like, oh, and then just like barely hint at it, and then like watch the community blow up.
Yeah, they gotta get that analog horror update.
Analog horror,
Yeah.
ARG, something like that. You know, my wife was saying she thinks that all advertising in the future will have ARG elements. Because, like, I won't watch a Pepsi ad, but if there's ARG elements, I might.
Yeah.
Oh, checkpoint missed. It's over for you, fuck boy.
Yeah. At some point, we had advertisements that were just picture. And then someone added sound to that when they made television. And then they said, if you don't have
they made the
picture
radio.
and sound, you're going to be making a less effective ad. Right?
Well,
Same
I
way,
mean-
you're making a less effective ad by not including ARG elements. I want to see spooky bullshit when I'm trying to...
Yeah.
You know?
You know when you think about it, Bob, the original ad was just audio. People would just tell you to buy their
Tell
shit
you to buy
to
their
your
shit.
face.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody
and then
added
they
visuals.
made pictures. And then they added audio again when the radio was invented. And then they added
Well,
audio.
so there was
and
audio
video
and
together.
video, or there was audio and visuals. And
Yeah.
those were two separate kinds of advertising. And then someone brought them together
Yeah,
by
then someone
having
combined them. So right now we have you know, traditional and ARG. Those are two separate kinds.
Yeah.
Right? Those are two separate mediums. Now we need to combine them together to make the ultimate advertising, ARG advertising.
Yeah.
Now you got to be
my
careful.
God.
I think Connor needs to cut this entire section because someone out there is listening.
Well, no.
and they are going to do this.
Matt, you know, I had an even scarier thought, and I'm pretty sure I did say it before on an Insetic video, but I'll repeat it now so that any advertising people who want to destroy the world can do this. This is going to have to take place in the future, like far future, cyberpunk future. We all have android eyes. We all have, like, cyber eyes. And so we have, like, a neural implant that connects us to the internet at all times. And you know how, like, when you're watching a video from your favorite YouTuber, in the middle of it,
Insetic
they'll say,
47.
this video was brought to you by today's sponsor, blah, blah, blah. And then they start talking to you about it. And they try to, like, endear you to them so that you'll pay attention to the ad. Right? Oh, it's my favorite YouTuber talking about this thing. This is even just like that. When we're in the cyberpunk future, we're gonna be in a conversation face to face, and then Pepsi will send you a message in your brain that says, advertise Pepsi to Bob right now. And then while we're talking, you'll be telling me the ad, and my eyes are scanning you to see how good you are at telling the ad using AI. And your eyes are scanning me to see how much I'm paying attention, and then we both get incentivized to listen to the ad.
Dude, I'm gonna say right now, I'm really into like cyberpunk bullshit right now.
Yeah.
I've been for a little bit, but have you ever heard of the game called Cyborg, the tabletop RPG?
I've heard of it, but I haven't.
Because one of the key
it.
facets of that is that everyone has computers in their brain now, and nobody sees through normal eyes, and there's just constant ads that spam your eyeballs.
That's exactly
what
I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But
like,
I was thinking,
imagine the natural slide into an ad when you and I are talking, and it's like, speaking of sliding smoothly,
Yeah.
Dollar Shave Club has given me the best shave, and then like we just go right into it, and it's like, I'm your friend. This isn't even parasocial anymore. I'm just the person you knew.
dude. Did I? Okay, I know I haven't told you about this.
New.
Yeah. Now I'm a Pepsi spokesman. Or Dollar Shave Club, or what? Oh, now
Whoa.
you're stuck in a... And he's back on.
I'm gonna say this because I don't think anyone from my community, my games community, watches these videos. But if you are, you're getting in on a secret. But I was working on a project in the Space Station 13 code base that was like a parody of cyberpunk, and the idea that I think is genius, and it still is that you play something like Cyberpunk 2077, right? And it's like a game. So it's like this awful dystopian world, but it makes concessions so that the game is fun to play, right?
Sure, yes, of course.
Like, the world sucks.
Yeah.
But, like, you don't have to experience all of the shittiness of it because that would make the game unfun.
Yeah.
Right? So I had an idea, because the idea of this was so funny to me, of making a cyberpunk world like that, but the game is that the entire world sucks, and half of the joke is that the players have to try and do anything while navigating the most miserable interface and everything in the entire world. So it was like, the idea was like, in the far, far future where corporations rule everything, there's just company stores are back again. So if somebody wants to buy something from a vending machine, they have to flip through 15 different company currencies to try and buy something from a vending machine.
I have to have
if you work
Coke
for the wrong
coins
corporation,
in order
it
to,
just won't let you buy from them.
Yeah.
Because you're an enemy of the corporation. And, you know, Space Station 13 has computers. Well, whenever you access one of the computers, it would pull up like a Web 1.0 impossible to navigate web page, and if you paid like in-game currency, it would bring up an actually navigatable web page for you.
That's great.
You had to pay premium in-game.
That's the next step from
currency.
the loss of net neutrality too.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we had so much dumb stuff like. This was a parody of like all cyberpunk. So in the far future, the internet works by they clone you and put a copy of you on the internet to access the internet for you.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
And whenever you after you got on the awful webpage, if you wanted to check your email, it put you in a fucking mini dungeon where ad bots would attack you and you had to fight them off. Like, you had to play the game and fight off ads.
Now this
just to
sounds,
check your email.
It sounds to me like you've made a really fun game that has a very silly parody of cyberpunk.
Well, from the playtest I did, it was awful.
Well, it sounds like you've got a fun idea. I really like the idea of, like, it's this very silly premise for why the world works the way it does. But you play as the clone of yourself in the internet, and you've got a user telling you from the outside what you need to be doing. And it's like you have to fight off spam emails. Yeah, to get to
not
the
even
real good.
just
that's
no.
fun.
You have to. The idea
that
to me
sounds
is so
actually fun
funny.
to me.
The idea to me is so funny that you get like an email, like a notification, and in order to check your fucking email, you have to go through a dungeon, right?
Yeah.
And you, as the player, do not know what the email's contents are, right?
Yeah, of course.
So you go through all this fucking
yet.
trouble. And you check your email, and it's just some guy sending you, like, I don't know, a fucking dick pic or something. Like, something you don't give a shit about.
Yeah, it's like,
and you just
great,
wasted
Petco,
all your
send
fucking
me a
time.
Reminder.
Yeah. I just love the idea of like, I guess this is a spoiler, but I love the idea of not letting players know that this is how it's gonna work. Like, they play SS13, they think they click on the computer and it just comes up. right?
Yeah.
You know, they can just click on a button to navigate, and then instead they get all of this fucking impossible to navigate bullshit. And the idea of watching people try to actually play this game is so funny to me.
I mean, you should make it. You should make it
Yeah.
and then
Well,
release
I
it
had-
on
I had
like
half of
April
it made.
Fool's Day or something.
It's kind of like that meme of, I hope this email finds you well, and then how this email found me.
Yeah.
It's like someone who's been dragged through a dungeon, you know, broken, beaten, and scarred.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I went all out on the it's like biopunk or whatever. Like the idea that people keep using clones to make everything, no matter how inconvenient it would be. Like the idea that body armor is just a mini guy inside of your chest that takes the bullet for you.
Inside
Oh,
my
yeah.
chest. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not a. You haven't grown another human that I wear on my like an exoskeleton. You're putting them inside me. I'm their armor.
Your armor. No. Your armor is a mini guy inside of like your suit or whatever who takes the bullet for you, and
So
you have to
I'm wearing
get another
clothes,
guy
and
to do
he's like another little man.
a
in
little
front of me.
man. Yeah, you know how like they make those jokes about like your computer is actually run by a bunch of like little mini gnomes who just you don't
Right.
see.
Only
Yeah, they
it's-
always vanish. I love the
But
idea of
this
that being
man,
literal.
this little man, is not actually that much smaller.
No, he's a little mini guy. He's like a little small guy.
Well, then how is he protecting me from anything?
He gets hit by the bullet instead of you.
So you're saying
It
he's
has
gonna
to
have
be
to
a very
run
low
down my body?
How many,
Yeah.
like, men are you wearing at one time?
Only one. You
I
can
feel
only
like
fit
it
my
makes
God.
much more sense to just have a slightly like you know how Connor's
he's a
bigger
slightly
than
smaller
me.
dude.
You know how
Yeah, no,
Connor's
that's
bigger
what I
than
mean.
me.
He's like a-
I'm the
he's a
size.
slightly
I'm the
smaller
height
dude.
of a guy who Connor would wear as a
Right.
human shield.
I wear a front
Not
pack,
my weight, but yeah.
Not a backpack. I wear a front
You're
pack
wearing an
of
adult
another
Bjorn,
human.
not a baby
Yeah.
Bjorn, but an adult Bjorn with a person in it. And he's there like, "How you doing, sir?" And then
Yeah,
somebody
exactly.
shoots you, and they go, "I'm happy to die for you, sir." Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, exactly.
And
I
that
love
seemed like a
stupid shit like
sane
this.
idea to you.
No, it wouldn't be a sane idea. That's the whole joke. It's so ridiculous.
Okay, well, I think you should do it. I think that's
Just the
good.
idea of people trying to exist in a world like this is so funny to me.
You know what would be kind of fun? What if you so this is a Space Station 13 branch, right? So like
Yeah.
How does it work if somebody tries to join the game join a new game or get an ongoing game?
Oh, they would have to be cloned in.
They'd have to be cloned in. So like maybe if you are making a clone to use as your human shield and someone's trying to join, it just makes them your human shield. And you tell them like you're my human shield. I have to wear you in my adult Bjorn, and they're like another player going, I don't want to be in your human shield.
That is really
Just-
funny. The idea of somebody late joining and clicking on like, oh, I'm gonna be the clown or whatever, and instead it makes them a fucking shield.
It just makes them a clone. It makes
And they're
anytime anybody's
they're
clone.
just attached. They're attached to the player. Like they can't move. They're like they're
Yeah,
the shield.
anybody who's like a random roll has a chance to be a clone or a person.
Well,
That is
as people say,
fucking
pictures
genius.
are 1,000 words.
Yeah.
So, you know. And I was
Yeah.
saying that because we're obviously missing a bunch of explanation shit on screen. No, I like it. I like it. This is the podcast mode
Is this
that
important?
really defines.
You're getting
I-
getting progress. You're getting slots.
You can get sponsors. So the sponsors, correlate to real life brands, and they'll give you 3 challenges a day. About either basically something involving you playing the game and doing events in it. And based on what sponsor it is and what level you are with them, you get different rewards. Most of the time, it's just like some extra bucks, some extra V-bucks, but sometimes it's like a new bike. Sometimes it's like an article of clothing. And so these like new bikes, especially the purple ones, if the season pass doesn't give you one, quickly like it is doing here, is a pretty fast way to get like a purple bike, or a purple piece of gear. Basically, the gear in this game is in tiers, kind of with the standard distribution levels. There's no white at the bottom, but like green is, common. Blue equipment is going to be better than green equipment. Purple equipment's going to be better than blue,
Right.
and then orange equipment is your best. Your
Legendary,
very top
exotic,
of the line.
whatever.
Legendary. Yeah. So like, honestly, these are kind of one of those things where if you can get a purple piece of equipment like as soon as possible, sometimes that can like totally make the difference between, again, being able to play on a higher difficulty level and keeping up versus, you know, not being. Like, because you saw that, like, the greens and the blues that we've been unlocking every level for just ranking up in the career are very, very, very incremental. Like, one might have, you know, 3 total stat points better than the previous one, and then the next one you unlock might give you, like, 1 or 2 more stat points overall. But, again, it just, like, none of those matter once you get, like, start getting purples and oranges.
Yeah.
And it's not like you can make, you know, it cosmetically look one thing, but with the stats of another. No, you do end up getting kind of pigeonholed into the best gear.
Oh, well, that's alright. I have a question. You said real-life sponsors. Are we going to get in trouble for shouting out Pepsi in whatever way I shouted them out earlier?
They're not a sponsor here, so
Well, then we're
probably
gonna get in
not.
trouble. Then yeah.
What did I say Pepsi would do?
Kill you.
No, like make
No, I
you
don't remember.
advertise to your friend.
Right, yes. Yeah, no, I actually do believe Pepsi would do that. Never mind.
They absolutely
Yeah,
would.
no.
Yeah.
I was trying to think
Once
whether
again-
they would take that back, but no, whether I should take that back. But no, I do think they would do that.
No, you can shit talk Pepsi. I think that's allowed.
Yeah,
I think you should be allowed to shit talk any corporation you want legally.
That's fair, yeah. Okay, well, since the three of us decided it,
Yeah. Dude, imagine like a corporation posts something on Twitter or X or whatever, I have no
no,
idea.
you
call
do
it
not
Twitter
have,
like a normal person.
You don't have to call it X.
Okay.
Call
okay.
it Twitter like a
Someone
normal human
posts-
being would do.
A brand posts something on Twitter, you post that picture, you know, silence brand with the crab like blowing
Yeah.
something up with its laser eyes, and then like in your kinetic Android vision,
Oh, God.
like that brand pops up and is like, I see you talking shit.
Yeah. You're having like cyber hallucinations, AR hallucinations of the brand coming to threaten you. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Imagine how fucking scary Kool-Aid ads are going to become when we have
Yeah.
AR cyberpunk vision. I mean, we're sitting around watching TV and it's time for a Kool-Aid ad. And suddenly he looks like he's busting in through the wall.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And you're like, you're freaking out with your family.
Do kids these days even know about the Kool-Aid
They
Man?
will
Is that-
again when we get the
that-
cyberpunk guys.
Is that meme dated?
I think the
when's
meme
the last
is-
time somebody made that meme?
I'm pretty sure it's more a reference to Family Guy than to the actual Kool-Aid Man anymore.
Oh, what?
At
It was
this
used in
point, yeah.
Family Guy?
Yeah, that was like
Oh,
a
yeah.
season 1 gag that people remember, and then they like called back to it a bunch of times over the years.
Oh, I see. I've never. I think I admitted on this. I almost said this podcast before on this channel before, but I've never actually seen an entire episode of Family Guy, and it's gotten to the point with like AI shit and everything that I legitimately cannot tell what is a Family Guy deepfake and what is a real
Whoa.
Family Guy clip because they're all
Wait.
so bad.
Did
You
it
got
just
your
force
skiing
you?
in my bike race.
What
Yeah,
the
so
hell?
You saw on the icon that it was a multi-event race, and
Oh.
so it's going to be more than just bikes or more than just, you know, snowboards. It's going to send you from one to the other. Yeah, that's one of the major kind of advertising pulls of Riders Republic, that you can, you know, swap ride styles at any time instantly and
Whoa.
create whatever line you want.
Would you say you're doing a tri-isolon right now?
Duo isolon, 'cause it's bikes
A
and
duisolon?
yeah.
That's a reference
Biathlon?
that nobody will get. If you got that reference, post in the comments about how you got that reference. I want to see how
I
many
didn't
other
even
people
get that
I don't know what the
reference,
fuck you're talking
know that
about.
obscure Dreamcast game.
Wow, I don't think that even counts as a reference.
It is.
I mean, if it's so obscure that nobody's ever heard of it, then
If you own a Dreamcast, you've heard of it. Unless you're
I don't
what's his
think
name?
that's
Nitro
true.
Rad. He apparently never heard of it.
I don't. Okay, we'll see, I guess.
Haha, I could shout
I mean,
out
it came
some
with
song that,
it came
like,
with
only
most
I know
it came
of.
with most.
Yeah, I mean,
Dreamcasts.
if I make a reference to something that I only saw in a dream, that doesn't make it an obscure reference.
It's not. It was not in a dream. It came with the fucking Dreamcast.
Yeah, sure it did. Maybe
It was
you're
Pikmin.
the Dreamcast you got in a dream, baby.
Fuck off. The Dreamcast came to me in
It's a Dreamcast.
Whoa, now it makes sense.
Now you understand.
You know what?
Now you know
Speaking
the
of
rest
which-
of the story.
I asked my my partner who works in science, like vetting science papers, if "came to me in a dream" is an acceptable source for
Yeah.
your science paper, and they informed me that, alas, I am not allowed to put source "it came to me in a dream" on my science paper.
It was allowable once,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
I mean,
It came to me. They said technically it is a source, but it's not like a vetted one.
you know what? This is why whenever somebody starts complaining about the mainstream media, I always tell them, dude, you don't listen to the mainstream media. I don't even listen to the side stream media. Every idea I have bubbles up from my subconscious, and I believe it inherently. That's it. I don't trust anyone else.
Me in a dream.
Hell yeah.
Coming up, and
I just whatever comes to my head, I just believe it.
Uh-huh.
You can't believe anything anyone says about anything.
Why don't you prove it with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
See,
that.
I think "it came to me in a dream" is funnier because of like "I made it the fuck up" implies that you consciously came up with it, right? But "came to me in a dream" it means you subconsciously came up
Yeah,
with
it just bubbled up from within.
It bubbled up from within, like that's where it came from.
Yeah. I've had some great ideas in dreams. I've had some really bad ones too.
I've had some great scientific findings in my dreams.
No.
The science community is just not fucking ready for my shit, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
They keep asking me to prove it. I told you, it came to me in a dream. What more proof do you need?
Yeah. Well, they need proof that it did come to you in the dream. What the hell is this?
So this is like the paraglider, which has a motor on your back, and I
Whoa, I didn't know this was in the game.
had forgotten how to really do it at first.
Without the parachute, this looks like some bullshit like a fourth grader would think was like a cool superhero suit. You know, like Fan Guy. And he like uses it to go really fast.
Okay.
Fan guy!
Right?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time here, but there's a lot that they really improved from Steep over to Riders
This looks
Republic.
fucking awesome, yeah.
To where, yeah, like, I went back to Steep after originally playing Riders Republic first, and I found several things very hard to do, including that, like, paramotors, for instance, you just had to use the gusts of wind along the mountainside to move up and down, and here they just gave you a fan so that you could just go, period. Like, who cares? It's not realistic.
Yeah, this is a metaverse, not real life.
Yeah, this is the Republic, baby. Physics don't matter.
Yeah,
I don't
fuck
give a
you, physics.
fuck, dog.
All right. So yeah, again, the first career we're tackling is the bike race career. And so there's like 32 events in there. And so I'm going to be doing 8 per video. So it'll be 4 videos. So this was the first quarter of that. We'll be continuing on and also looking at, you know, a bunch of the other features that make this game what it is. You know, the open world stuff next time on Riders Republic.
Hell yeah.
Yeehaw.